Genesis. Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said,
"Let there be light."
And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning the first day. And God said,
"Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters."
And God made the expanse, and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters that were above the expanse. And it was so. And God called the expanse heaven. And there was evening, and there was morning the second day. And God said,
"Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear."
And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters that were gathered together he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said,
"Let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind on the earth."
And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed according to their own kinds, and trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning the third day. And God said,
"Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth."
And it was so. And God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning the fourth day. And God said,
"Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the heavens."
So God created the great sea creatures, and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying,
"Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth."
And there was evening, and there was morning the fifth day. And God said,
"Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock and creeping things, and beasts of the earth according to their kinds."
And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds, and the livestock according to their kinds, and everything that creeps on the ground according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said,
"Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth."
So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. And God blessed them. And God said to them,
"Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that
God said,
Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every green plant for food.
And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day.
So, hi everyone from Maine. I played that because... Let me turn that down. I don't want to play the next one. I played that because I wanted to give a challenge to anyone out there interested. So, 8 days ago, I started at Genesis 1, and I'm a bit of a speed reader. I have to say that right up front. But I retain it when I read. So anyway, I started Genesis 1 8 days ago, and this is where I am at now. So my challenge to you is to just start at the beginning and just keep reading. My challenge to myself was that I was going to read a book a day, but I also work over 40 hours a week, so book a day didn't actually happen. But what do we got? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel. So I did get in 8 days 9 books, but some of my books took longer. But this is where I'm at now. I'm reading. I finished chapter 13, and I was just starting. I was on this verse before I turned my video on. So, so my challenge is to just get out this wonderful book and just read right through. Now, I've gone to churches where we go through verse by verse, but it's not the same. And of course, I've read in sections, and so to actually just start reading and to continue reading non-stop, quite a bit of chapters every day, obviously, to get up to the 9th book. I'm hoping by tomorrow night, because, so I'm going to go lay down in a few minutes, and I'm hoping, how many chapters are there, like 23 in 1 Samuel? What was it? 25, 26, oh yeah, it was like, I'm looking, it was like 23-ish, yeah, there was 30 something in 1 Samuel, right? But I think, 31, but when I looked at 2 Samuel, I think there was like 23, 22, 23, 24, that was 24. Oh, it was 24. 24. So I'm hoping by tomorrow night, I think I can do it. By tomorrow night, I want to be on 1 Kings. That's the plan. So I think I can get all of 1 and 2 Samuel. I think I can finish 1 Samuel tonight. And I do read on my lunch break too at work. So I'm thinking by tomorrow, by the time I go to bed, I'll be up to First Kings. But that's just a challenge to anyone out there, to just read right through. So, and what I've been doing is soot on my finger. What I've been doing is I'm reading several chapters, and then I'll read like 4 or 5 chapters, and then I will stop and read the footnotes, because then I think I can retain it and understand it. And then I've been studying like maps along the way and timelines, like this one. This Bible is, I lost my place, but I can get it back. The Ryrie Study Bible, NASB. When I graduated from high school, my parents had gotten me a Ryrie Study Bible, and I loved it. But use over the years, so a couple of years ago, I bought myself a new Ryrie Bible. And had my name engraved in it. So anyway, I bought this a few years ago. So, yeah, that's the Bible I'm using. And like I've been, let me pull back up to 1 Samuel. I've been, like I said, studying the maps, studying the locations of the tribes, and which person belongs to which tribe, and just trying to piece that all together is what I've been doing. And I'm pulling also maps up on Google and kind of looking at those along with it. But I'm reading like consecutively, and then, like I said, read like 4 or 5 chapters, and then go back, read footnotes, like word descriptions. Like, what's an example? Like it explains, translations and that type of thing. So that helps you understand the meaning. But that's the way I've been doing it anyway. You don't need to have footnotes and explanations to read the Bible, but it sure helps to understand context, the time, the place. It's important to read internal and external sources, and so some of these footnotes explain external sources. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. That's my challenge to anyone here. I mean, anyone that's listening. That's a lot in 8 days, but I made this commitment, and I encourage a good solid reading of the scriptures. And I'm hoping that within a few weeks I can get to the very end of Malachi. The very end of Malachi. I mean, what do you think? Comment below. How long do you think it'll take me, given the rate? Of course, so my plan is to read all the way through, and I'm studying as I go along, but I'm also reading fast. And over the years, I've done a lot of study of scripture for sure, but just going back through, I think I want to do reading, and then after I've done all the reading, then I'm going to go back and play it in the background when I'm doing like housework and that type of thing, so that I'm listening to audio, and then develop this method of study. So anyway, that's my challenge to you, is just pick it up and just start reading. Yeah, so what's going on in my life? basically work. Coronavirus stuff at work. I probably will do a video about my experience with coronavirus at my workplace, and kind of how things look there. The doctor that I assist is basically the only doctor there that sees sick patients. So I'm in the muck of it, because the other doctors, nurses, practitioners, and all that who work at my facility, one's pregnant. She just delivered a couple of days ago, so she hadn't been seeing really any patients, only phone visits and that type of thing. And another of our providers, a couple of our providers, were older gentlemen, so they were more compromised. One of the other doctors there, husband, has been sick, so hasn't been seeing patients because she doesn't want to carry anything home. And then there's another nurse practitioner there who has a compromised young adult at home with some significant issues since birth that make him immune compromised. So the doctor that I work for, he's doing 99.9% of the COVID swabbings. So we both go all gowned up and shields and all that. And I guess I'm telling you now rather than make a new video, but we're and then we're swabbing out in their cars in the parking lot. But thankfully, actually, we've probably done, I don't know, at my office, I'm guessing that we've done my state at first was you can only swab first responders and people over 65 with conditions like asthma, COPD, CHF, diabetes, things like that. But now, so we've swabbed probably 70 something people, I want to say, and they've all been negative. We've had some that we were sure had it because they had such exposure. We swabbed someone who was exposed to a boat captain in the area who sailed in from out of state near our waters, and 11 of the 14 passengers on the boat all tested positive, but we've had negatives. But now we can test everybody. Anybody wants to test, even if they're not symptoms, even because they want to just check, we're swabbing everyone now. So I've been pretty busy. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on at work. But here, this is what I'm doing with my spare time, is just reading right through, and it's been quite rewarding. So I encourage it. That's the purpose of this video, is to encourage people to open it up and just read. There's blessings in reading the scriptures, and so go for it. But yeah, I am going to be making some videos coming up, and I just wanted to touch base and say hi, and I've not gone anywhere. Right here. And so yeah, God bless all you folks, and I will talk soon. All right, bye.